Hi, happy Friday.
Hi, happy Friday,
I
2023.
I
Woohoo!
know. Woo! Yay. It was a really nice break between, our first 15 episodes and kicking off this year. I think we took like a month off, right?
It's so important, even for myself, like I actually took completely 2 weeks away from LinkedIn and really focusing and grounding myself, making sure I feel all this energy and strength to come back in 2023. So
Good
it
for
was very, very
you.
well deserved.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so amazing. Yeah, I've been also taking a little bit of a step back to focusing on some goals and family. And I think that we all deserve that recharge. If it's not something that's a part of
Yes.
your daily, I think it's so good to be able to do that. But
And
yeah, we've got some cool stuff planned.
yes, yes. Actually, it's so nice because I had a feedback regarding that taking time off, like from one of the hopefully one of our guests coming up saying, thank you for a reminder, because he was also saying, oh my God, sometimes I forget to actually take time for
Yeah.
myself. So here you go. If you haven't really focused on yourself, you need to focus on yourself first, and then you can focus on everything else.
Yes, no, I agree so much. And so welcome back to 2023. Everyone who's watching us live and watching the recording afterwards. My name is Ashley Pireda, and I'm one of the co-hosts here of Brand Experience Live. It is our LinkedIn Live podcast that we do every week during season. And this year we're switching it up to now we come to you every Friday and we talk about actionable steps, resources, tips that you can take within your own business to increase brand experience through your candidates, your prospects, your employees, your buyers. And I'm joined as usual by my co-host, Lago Moik. I'm so excited to be back.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Obviously, I'm Lagla. So I am back. 2023 is already full swing, rocking, and we are excited for this year. Ashley and I trying to be very strategic this year as well. So we would love to obviously share with you what we're up to, what's coming up. And Ashley, I have a question to you. What is your personal or business keyword for 2023?
No, that's a really good question because before 2022 ended, I had mentioned on LinkedIn, I made a post about, every year I'm really intentional on finding a phrase or word that I'm going to focus on for self that's going to guide me through my year. Last year, the one that I was finally able to achieve after like 8 years of working on it was peace and finding peace within every area of my life. And I had announced before the end of the year that my word for this year, my phrase, was going to be my effort year. Oh no, we've lost Lagla. Oh, she's joining us again. Let's see. There you are.
It just seems to be like it happens in live, seems to be
I
some
get
sort
it.
of connection.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. But my phrase and thing that I'm really going to focus on this year that I announced before the end of 2022 was, I've really dubbed this year my effort year for, to be appropriate. um, Last year, I took a lot of time to really focus on what's important to me as a person and
Hmm.
identify what feels right within my own life, whether it's personally, professionally, financially, within my relationships all around, what my purpose really is. And I really took a lot of time to intentionally
Yeah.
listen to that. And this year is going to be my year of execution. I'm done listening to negativity or anyone else's thoughts because I did listen to people last year, which is kind of against my personality in a lot of ways. I like to get other people's thoughts and opinions, but I usually don't go with them. And I discovered last year that the times that I went against what felt good to me and I did what other people were suggesting because that's the way it is, I did not succeed during those times and it did not feel good. And as soon as I went back to, okay, Ashley, you know what you want and you know what you need, it really helped me to exceed whatever expectations. And I'm bringing that into this year, right? Like I'm happy to take opinions, but I'm done with the negativity. I'm done with focusing on what like society wants me to do, and I'm done even with my own internal thoughts and questions about myself and self-limiting beliefs about myself. This is the year I'm ignoring all of that and I'm just going to do.
Yeah, oh my God, we are on the same kind of wavelength. Me too. Like, I feel like last year was all about learning. It was very like finishing my degree and everything, and it was sort of prep for 2023. I I have probably set myself fearless, action, taking action, and
I
also
love
maximizing. This is
that.
kind of three words I'm trying to fit. But the fear is the thing what's stopping us, isn't it? Limited beliefs, this saying, oh, I can't do it. No, it's not even going to happen. It just needs to happen now.
Yes. Yes, I love
Yes.
that.
We're on the same page. So hopefully with everyone as well here in community, you have these keywords for yourself for this year, and remember you can do anything you put your heart and soul into. So
yeah. And if you haven't identified it yet, it's not too late to, right? You can always do it and think about, right, New Year's resolutions or resolutions for self in general. Think about them a little bit differently, that they can change, they can evolve, you can do them whenever you want to. So if it's not something that you've already done yet, I mean, this is an exercise that I've been doing for like 8 or 9 years now that has legitimately changed my life. And it's changed the way that I approach my goals for the year, my goals for the day, my goals for the month, and what I really strive to focus on, because it's done with intention. And when you're intentionally going forward, right, saying like I'm going to be fearless in everything that I attempt, it makes a huge impact on how your day goes. And I love that word, fearless. I'm
Yes.
so happy for you.
Let's go. But like you said, it's not too late, and we were very much before the last year ended. We went through obviously what to focus in 2023. It's Q1 kickoff. I'm sure most of people already obviously know what's going on, but if you haven't, it's only 13th of January. So you're gonna be okay to actually quickly to have time still to put on paper what you want to achieve, what are your goals, and really get super focused. I think that's the thing, is just be focused on, don't go too grande, like they're saying, but get to focused on this area, specific area, what you want to improve in your business, personal life, and then you write down actionable goals.
Yes. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of that too. So in December, one of our last episodes that we did, I think it was episode 14, we talked about prepping for 2023, how to kind of break it down a little bit higher level, things that you could focus on for 2023 in your business venture, whether you're a solopreneur, you are a small business owner, you are a revenue leader, sales leader within an organization. So today we're going to talk about, things that you can do in Q1. We're going to talk about us in Q1 as far as what to expect for the podcast going forward, some changes that we've made, upcoming guests that we've booked through the beginning of March that we're really, really excited about, the changed format, the changed schedule. So let's hop into talking about Q1 and what we really expect to identify in executing for Q1 as a small business. I think the first thing, right, going back to the high level goals that you made for 2023, business is different now, right? We used to plan years in advance. And while that's still really good to have high level goals at, right, your North Star at the top of mind of everything that you're doing, right now, just the way that the economy is worldwide, but we normally talk here US, the way that the economy is here in the US and how things have drastically changed since COVID, since 2020, the ways that we communicate with each other, the ways that our buyers communicate and identify what they would like to purchase, it's really not smart necessarily to take the time to plan in depth for a whole year and really
Yeah.
stick to 90-day 180-day goals because they change so fast right now.
Absolutely. And as it, I think the best way to do it really, I like visually to have visual in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and actually, I'm already have it on a paper, but I'm gonna put the board on the wall as well. And I'm really gonna mark down like obviously important events happening during that, actually during the year in my life. And then I'm gonna go shorter, like in by months, see what is the focus points there, and then highlight them. Where I need to put my energy. So I make
Yeah.
sure I set time apart. So I think it's really important. And I don't know if you're a visual person, then it really helps because it's just a reminder every day, like, oh, what I'm doing, I'm actually focusing on right things or not.
I
So
love that. And regardless of, if you identify as a visual person, having that visual in front of you every single day of, okay, this is my Q1 goal, this is my annual
yeah,
goal, this is my daily goal. It is in front of your face screaming at you, right? Holding you
exactly.
accountable. And it's just another way too. And Q1 is setting the foundation for the rest of your year. The things that you do in January, the things that you do in February, the things that you do in March are really setting the foundation, setting the stage for how the rest of your year is going to go overall, right?
Exactly.
But the things that you're doing right now, are you creating systems for your year? Are you creating processes? Are you slowing down and paying attention to certain things within self or your business in order to speed up for the rest of the year? So, one of the
Hmm.
things that I always suggest in Q1 is to revisit the high level revenue goals, the growth goals in terms of how many client acquisitions you want to have, for example, if you're a service-based business, or how many units you want to
Hmm.
sell if you're a product-based business. Revisiting those high level, backing up into, okay, what do I really need to accomplish that makes sense for the rest of the year, and what systems can I set up now in January, February,
Yeah.
March, right? Automations, emails, outreach. Am I doing content strategies? That my focus for the year. What platforms am I going to be on? And really solidify them now. Plan them in January, start executing in February, and have it down by March.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's not bad idea if you haven't used obviously SWOT system. It's a really great
Yeah.
way. Again, you can actually use obviously if you had from last year. Again, write it down. What you had, what were your strengths, weaknesses, threats, opportunities, and see are they still the same this year, or there are new opportunities, or maybe something is a threat now to you. So it again gives you idea where you need to focus. Maybe you need to, there is a new competitor out there, you need to see what they're doing, and so you can align your business accordingly. So yeah, again, use all available systems out there for yourself and for your business.
Yes. SWAT is such a good reminder. Again, that's
Yes.
SWAT for anyone that's unfamiliar with it. You can go look it up on Google and it'll give
Yes.
you like high level outline of what to do. But this is an exercise that we've done with our own clients, we've done with ourselves, together and individually, and it just helps to put everything in front of you and really break it down a little bit easier to understand.
Yeah, and I think it's as a small business, I think corporations have already in place lots of more systems and stuff. But if you're a small business entrepreneur, very often it's all in our head. And I truly, being in an entrepreneurial journey last 3 years myself, I can tell from a personal experience, I thought I know everything in my head. But
Yeah.
I started to write down because it really comes to realization saying, oh my God, this is actually where I'm kind of heading off, oh, this is something I need to really focus on. So SWOT for me been life changing, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back revisit this year as well, making sure that there are probably new things I want to focus on as well, and see what else I can do improve my business.
Yeah, no, same. I love that. I
Yes,
love like New Year energy so
I know.
much, and I wish that more people would take that energy with them throughout the year, even if you break it down into like quarterly energy. I think I think it helps so much to keep you on track and to keep your brain fresh, and especially for small businesses, right? If you're a solopreneur or you're a small business owner that relies on your strategic partners, for example, it's lonely, and you have to find
Yeah.
ways to keep motivated and find, whether it's finding community or you have reminders or you say, okay, every quarter I'm going to treat like New Year energy, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to revisit my goals and I'm going to come up with new ones and see if I'm on track. I think it's really important because we do get lonely. We get in our heads. And we talked about
Yes.
before, I think one of the best things that you could do is have like a strategic growth partner, a revenue growth partner, or an advisor, or an accountability partner, or group of other entrepreneurs that you check in every so often, because then you can see, okay, I'm not alone in my thoughts. I can get things out there. It helps to refresh me and make me feel better and get me back on track to where I need to be.
Absolutely. And I'm actually, this is one of my kind of goals this year as well. That's what I want to do. I'm not very good actually goal person. I like to do things like write it down and say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. It's not gonna be like it's if I'm not doing it now, I'm not gonna say, okay, like it's done.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to reach out more to the LinkedIn community, so like learning about each other, see what the other
Yeah.
partners are doing, because I really realize there is so much alignment and we really need to work as a community together.
Mm,
And if I don't know the answer, someone else knows, and just reach out and build that connection. And this is what I'm trying to do more in this year.
yeah.
So that's kind of one of my goals. So we have so many, how many connections? 500 plus in our LinkedIn. How many people do you actually know and talk to?
Yes.
So
Oh,
make
and can
effort.
we just say, so something that I got from someone that I've come to exchange like a lot of really awesome thoughts. Like they're just helping me so much in my mentality and
Mhm.
keeping me on track. But so one suggestion that I've gotten is to go into your LinkedIn connections, unconnect, unfollow the individuals
Oh,
that are
wow.
not in alignment with your current brand and your goals for the future. And it's okay to do that, right? Because we all have different steps in our journey. A lot of us start out where we either are only focused on the individuals that are going to help us grow, and we curate community very slowly but intentionally.
Mm.
And then there's this other group that they just want to grow, right? They just want to grow
Yes.
and learn and try everything, so they build these massive followings of individuals that might not necessarily be in alignment with their future brand. But as we've talked about in the past with brand, it is
Yeah.
in your best interest to revisit your brand strategy on a regular basis and check in to make sure, okay, am I still in alignment with my original brand strategy? Has it evolved? Am I updating things within my own goals and my own go to market and my own external communications? And a part of that, I think, should be auditing your current connections. And I am
Yes.
so about to do that, because while I love that I have, 10,000 plus followers, I don't talk to all of those. And my strategy has
Exactly.
changed so much.
Yeah, and exactly. I think the cleanse when you do like that, and when
Yeah.
it's natural. It's so important. I've done a lot that on my personal life. When you go to social media and stuff, because we get these connections. I even don't know who's this person, so I'm very private in terms of that way. But even
Yes.
now, when you get LinkedIn connection, you want to see who's this person. Like you said, if there is anything in common alignment, is it something, obviously don't accept everyone, so be very
Yes.
selective, and it's gonna keep you more focused. It's you focused in your contacts, they're valuable to you. I want to consider these are my valuable contacts in LinkedIn. I just don't
Yes.
want to get any contact saying, oh yeah, I have a business card and that's it. No, I want to make sure that these people actually I can add value to their life and they can add value to me.
I totally agree with that. Maybe we should actually do an entire episode on curating your contacts and what to do with them and how to evaluate them and how to export and right. I think maybe we should do an episode just on that and
Let's do.
teach these small business owners, because this is something that, you know, I've practiced and I've also implemented for sales teams, but I don't think it's really something that I've talked about out loud outside of, you know, some one-on-one personal conversations that always really helps that not a lot of people really know about. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Here you go.
Check.
Action plan. I write it down. Check. Exactly.
And speaking of episodes, you know, we have episodes for the next couple of months already planned out. We're so excited to kick off 2023 with you. Right now, we've changed our format, right? Since we changed our format towards the end of last year. And
Yes.
It really was to set the framework and the foundation for what we're bringing into 2023, what we want to focus on. You know, when we first started the podcast, it was to expose and talk about brands specifically that were delivering powerful and unrivaled brand experiences for their prospects, buyers, candidates, and employees. And as we went on with the episodes, I think about like halfway to 2/3 of the way through our first season, we had someone on, we had Rosemary Ravenel on, and she was so tactical in the things that she spoke about. And the feedback that we got was so positive and encouraging that at that point in time, we decided to change the format and yes, continue to have brands on the show that were doing really great, but also take the time to have very intentional episodes with just the two of us where we focus on solving a specific problem and walking business owners and solopreneurs and leaders through solving specific problems based on what we have done in the past that have worked for our previous clients and employers. And we're going to continue on with that this year. We have, let's see, we have like 7. Yeah, we have the next 7 episodes planned out for Q1. So if you're looking to get something specifically out of these episodes this quarter, next week, next Friday, we're going to be talking to the CEO of a company called Chatterboss. Her name is Valerie Tremponski. And I'm so sorry, Valerie, if I mispronounced your name. I'm so sorry because I really respect and love who you are, what you're doing with Chatterboss. Chatterboss is a strategic virtual assistance agency where I work with them. So I work with a virtual assistant, and we're going to be talking about their buyer experience and nurturing experience. Valerie's done a lot of experimentation, past, present, and things that they have planned in the future that you can absolutely apply to your business. You can learn more about how you can insert specialized individuals for execution within your own business ventures, even if you're a solopreneur. So we're going to be talking to her next Friday at 12:30. The following Friday on January 27th, we're going to be going a little bit deeper into marketing as far as prospect experience is concerned, just you and I, because we're really setting the stage for the following week that I'm super excited about. We're having growth back on. We spoke to Will Davidson last year. I think it was around October or November.
Yes.
Right. But so we had Will Davidson from Growth on. He leads a business development and sales for Growth, which they are a marketing firm. They're changing their name right now from Growth Marketing Firm to Growth because they've really noticed through the years that they don't just provide marketing solutions. They are really focused on holistic and organic growth, revenue growth for the businesses that they work with. So they're changing their name, which is incredible. But we get to talk to Will again, and we're joined by Christopher Nault, who is the founder of growth. And what are we going to be talking about with them?
ABM.
Yeah. Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't understand ABM, this is why we're doing this episode.
I know. This is so interesting. Actually, since we've been talking about it, I picked up two things and it's part of the strategy. So, one thing is be ready to make adjustments on the go, like we have done,
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
something I wanted to say. Another thing is also when you brought up growth was actually redefine your brand, so make sure it's fresh and up to date.
Yes.
So that's what they're doing. So this is something, on the go you can do with your brand as well. So this is just something I picked up straight away, from our conversation.
Yeah. And they're the perfect example of, I preach all the time, revisit your brand strategy, revisit your business strategy because the market evolves, you evolve. And that's exactly what they've done. But we're going to be talking about ABM with them, identifying, right, educating you so that you can identify, is my business right for ABM services, ABM solutions? We'll hit on inbound a little bit, right? Just so that we can discuss the difference between the two, how they work together. And then we're going to come back on February 10th to talk a little bit about internal communications alignment. As far as, you and I have gone in and worked with companies that the solutions that we initially go in to solve end up being an org-wide problem, right? You think it's in one department, but really it's an org-wide problem. And it's usually because of lack of internal communications and processes and workflows and SOPs. So we're going to hit on that on February 10th because the week after we're doing something so different. We're going to be having a really special episode to talk about internal communications and the generational communications gap with Brianna Doe and Doug Carrara. And they are both incredible humans. They both serve different markets in terms of career coaching, career advice, their own experience. And they're each going to represent, right, Gen Z. Brianna Doe works with Gen Z a lot in terms of career development, leadership coaching. And Doug works with millennials, boomers, older generation, right, to help them with their team alignment. So I'm so excited to bring the two together and
Bring them to a circle.
Oh my gosh. I'm pumped about this, that we are we're going to be able to get actionable advice from them on how to adjust your own mindset for job searching, for leading, for being a part of a team, for hiring, for how you can change the climate of internal communications within your own company or organization. And the two of them coming together representing polar opposite ends of who we're talking about and coming together to help all of us to oh my gosh, I'm so pumped for that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, because obviously I've seen Brianna posting very interesting topics and subjects, and there's lots of internal discussions going on, and then you see also Doug doing. So these are two different ends, but we're gonna try to see if there is a way we can bridge that gap, So that will be fun. Let's see, bring it on.
Oh my gosh, I'm pumped. And then after that, so that's on February 17th, and then on February 24th, which is the last Friday of February, you and I are going to be coming back talking about nurturing your buyers, right? A lot of people make the sale and then they stop and they just keep focusing on new sales, new customers, new buyers, and you're wasting so much more energy focusing on convincing someone new to purchase from you. A lot of businesses forget that the majority of your sales opportunity is from the people who've currently bought from you. You've already gone through that process. You've convinced them. They're sold. Why not nurture them? So we're going to talk about nurturing and getting reviews from them.
Absolutely. Yeah, because people don't realize how much it's costing to acquire a new lead. What is the cost behind it? And then when you have somebody who already is familiar with your brand, being your client, and they are your brand ambassador, spokesperson. Use it, that digital channel, use a channel with them, and when you get referral back and somebody says, I have a person recommend your services, this is the best thing can happen to you. So you want to really make sure that you really your business has a strategy for referrals and how actually you nurture these ongoing leads, and existing clients. So yeah, that
Yeah.
will be fun. I
Yeah,
love it.
nurturing strategy and referral strategy. I love the way that you put that because it is so
Yeah.
important and it is often forgotten about, especially when it comes down to brand experience. The whole purpose of that is to provide a personal one-on-one experience. And if someone's already purchased from you, especially if it's a service, oh my goodness, they're working with your company every day, building a
Yes.
relationship with you. Now is your opportunity to truly be almost a holistic consultant, a holistic solutions provider, and identify opportunities for things like upsells and other services that you've identified that they
Yeah.
really need, and be that solutions provider. So that one's an
Exactly.
exciting one to talk about too.
Yeah. Definitely. I
Well,
love it.
I
So
I think that's
it's
all
been
we really
really
wanted
good
to go
Q1
over.
planning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
And you and
this is
I
our
were really
Q1 plan.
intentional about that too for the show.
Yeah, and we are obviously flexible, so we adjust as we go on, and things are changing. Maybe some hot topics coming on board,
Yeah.
so we will be very flexible. But we have a plan. So if you don't have a plan yet for your business, go and draft it this afternoon, this weekend, and really be intentional. What you want to focus on this year?
Agreed.
Business, personal life.
Agreed. I love it. I'm pumped. I'm so
Me
excited to
too.
be back, and I'm so excited for the next like 7-8 weeks that we have planned on the show. And
Absolutely.
oh my gosh, totally forgot, guys. We have our YouTube channel up and running now. I'm so happy.
Yes.
So the way that we're providing our podcasts right now, it starts as a LinkedIn Live video podcast where it's initially launched. But now, after all of our episodes, we do have our YouTube channel up and running. It is, if you go to YouTube, it's at Brand Experience Live. And our first 15 episodes from season 1 are already up for you to be able to go back,
Yes.
review, take notes, use it however you need to. If you have questions, always please comment or come back to us if you want to, know deeper knowledge on anything. But going forward, after all of our episodes are complete, we'll be uploading them over to YouTube and sharing that. And we're also working on another way for you to be able to easily access our podcasts on audio. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully within the next month, we'll have that up and running as well.
Absolutely. Great. I love it. I love it. So I'm excited for Q1,
Me too.
and I'm excited for everything what's coming up. So bring it on. And I think we covered everything now. So thank you, Ashley, obviously being here again.
Yes. I know. I'm so excited. All right. Well, happy New Year. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. We'll see you all again next Friday on the 20th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on LinkedIn Live with the CEO of Chatterboss, Valerie Trempunsky. And we're going to be talking about buyer experience and what they've done for their business, how they help their clients do that as well, and what you can do to increase buyer experience for your own business. We'll talk to you then.
Okay. Bye.